Nobody knows you when you're down and out.
The album is self-titled, called Leslie Odom Jr, available now.
That's right.
And there's some songs on there that I find really interesting. There's a song you cover called Nobody Knows You When You're Down and Out. It's a song that Bessie Smith helped make famous in 1929, really helped propel her career. When you hear that song, and when you first heard it, what did it mean to you? I mean, did it connect to any really bad times in your career?
Oh, yeah. How much time you got? No, it's,
Like, is there a time in particular that really stands out to you where you really felt like down and out?
Oh yeah, I almost left the business around 30. I was turning 30 and I just couldn't quite figure it out. I was out in LA. I love LA, but it can be the desert. And I really was getting tired of the up and the down. You book a big job, you book a Hamilton, and if you don't do your due diligence, I mean, the phone can stop ringing immediately, you know? So that was the lowest time. I met with some mentors and some friends. I was looking to make a career transition, and he's my now father-in-law. He gave me the best advice I'd ever gotten. Stuart Robinson said to me, "You can quit if you want to quit. That's fine. I'll help you make that transition." He said, "But you know what? I'd love to see you try before you quit." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" I just booked a big pilot, and so he was like, "Well, I think you're sitting and you're waiting. I think you're sitting at home and you're waiting for the phone to ring, but what did you do today? Do people know that you're out of work? Have you reached out to anybody? What did you do? Yes, I think when opportunities come to you, you show up and you do a great job, but you got to get in there and do something," and it changed my life. So, but that was the lowest time.
I'm also interested in how you embrace the style of music you embrace on this album.
The falling leaves drift by my window.
Because I would call it a jazz album. There's some show tunes on there, things that evoke vaudeville and were made famous on vaudeville, but it's essentially, to me, a jazz album, and it was #1 on the iTunes jazz charts. But of course, you're on Broadway in a hip-hop musical. How did you connect to this style of music that was, popular many years before you were born?
Well, I'll say this style is much closer to who I am in my training than Hamilton is.
Really?
I mean, yeah, well, Lin has really created he's a pioneer of a brand new style of theater. They're not really teaching hip hop theater in schools yet, right? They will now.
Give it time, yeah,
right.
Give it time.
They will now, and so that was part of the thing that was so tricky at the start of it. It was like, wait, how do I do this? It was closely linked to my Shakespeare training, from conservatory, so that's what I sort of related it to, and I found a way to piecemeal my my musical theater training in it as well. But yeah, Hamilton is the new stuff. This is what I've been doing since I was a kid. Hamilton was really, as an actor, I had to approach it in a way, how do I make this seem authentic to me in a way? It's much more authentic to David, who's a rap star.
David Diggs, who plays Thomas Jefferson and Lafayette.
Tony Award-winning David Diggs, or Lin. This really comes from their soul. Hamilton, the hip hop bits were new to me, but then the thing that was so attractive to me about the role, the thing that made it like once in a lifetime, is that I have all those moments. And then I have Dear Theodosia. And then I have Wait For It. Now that I understood. Those songs I understood right away. It was just finding the MC inside of me. It was finding that, what my version of that was that I had to work.